Hello and welcome to the API Connect plugin tutorial video for IBM UrbanCode Deploy. In this video, we will walk through an API Connect template to deploy an API product. Let's get started. IBM API Connect, which is a part of IBM Bluemix, is an API management tool that gives users the power to create, develop, manage, and publicize their application programming interfaces. API Connect offers a large suite of actions to construct web applications from the building blocks being private and public APIs. Integrated with IBM UrbanCode Deploy, the IBM API Connect plugin abstracts away the process of manually finding, staging, pushing, and deploying your new or updated APIs. Once configured, this process can be repeatable, automatic, and secure with the push of a button. To emulate this video locally, you must first have the following installed: IBM UrbanCode Deploy version 6.1 or higher, the IBM API Connect plugin, and the IBM API Connect's command line tool, APIC. In addition, the prerequisite steps for this particular template must have been completed. These steps, along with the full documentation of our other templates, can be found in the tutorials page of our plugins documentation. The IBM API Connect plugin comes with 2 templates to guide you through your first deployment process. Templates are great because they allow a basis of predefined properties and processes to give you a jump start on building and testing your own deployment scenario. Now that we've set up our initial requirements, we can begin configuring our deployment process. First, open up UCD and navigate to the API Connect Release API Product Definitions from Drafts template. Here we can see the predefined template process. If we edit a step, we can view the required properties. The first step, login, gives us access to the API Connect server. If we don't log in, we can't perform any actions. The next step is pushing our API product to drafts. This is the equivalent of saving our code in the cloud. All our changes are saved and backed up, but it has not been merged with the final code. The third command is publishing. Here we are saving the API product to the catalog and releasing it to the public. After this step, we can attach the API product to applications and allow it to be accessed. Last but not least is the logout step. Regardless of success or failure, this step will run and securely disconnect the user from the API Connect server. Now that we've seen the overall process, let's dive deeper and define each of our properties. Go back to the Release API Product Definitions template and click Create Component. Once the Create Component is selected, we'll see a pop-up window listing all of the configuration component properties. Let's name our component. As we move down the list, we can see required properties indicated by the red asterisk. Fortunately, because we followed the prerequisite tutorial, we can use the predefined values as a guide. Together, we'll go through each property and ensure you have an understanding of where they come from and where to find them on your own environment. The first property is the API product definitions. This property requires the full path to the YAML definition file that you'll wish to deploy to the API Connect server. If we don't define this product, we won't deploy anything. So navigate through your File Explorer to the location of your bankingservices.yaml file and enter the full class path here. Next is the API Connect server property. If you follow the prerequisite steps, we'll use the IBM Bluemix's online API Connect service endpoint, us.apiconnect.ibmcloud.com. If you didn't, this URL will be unique to the server you're publishing to. You can find your specific URL by going to the homepage of your API Connect server and copying the hostname at the top, or head to your catalog and look for the API endpoint. The third is your organization. The organization is a group of users who own the APIs and its associated products. These are the users who can push drafts and release the final definitions and products. By default, your organization is your email with special characters removed plus -dev. To confirm, this can be found at the top right corner of Bluemix, or again by going to your catalog settings and viewing the API endpoint. It will be the first path name following the hostname address. The next property, catalog, defines where your product gets filed within your organization. In prerequisites of this tutorial, we created a catalog called Sandbox with the ID of SB. The catalog's ID can be found under your catalog settings, being the last path of your API endpoint. The next two properties are ones that you should expect: username and password. These are necessary to maintain the authentication and proper security. Can you log into API Connect? Great! Enter these same credentials here. The last property, APIC CLI toolpath, is not a required property, but may be needed in some scenarios. If you follow the mentioned prerequisites, this tool should already be on your class path, and therefore this property can be ignored. To confirm, open a command line and type apic-version. If version information appears, you're set to run APIC. Otherwise, install APIC and find and enter the full APIC script file here. After all the properties are filled out, select an agent to use and click Save. After I assign my new API Connect component to an application, it is ready to run. At this point, you should understand the full deployment process and be ready to publish the banking services product to API Connect. Now that the process is finished, we can confirm that it completed successfully. We can do this in two steps. One, view the standard output logs generated by the step. Or two, we can log in to our API Connect instance and view the newly created banking services product. If you have updates to your banking services YAML file, the same process can be repeated using the save configuration properties. If you are having trouble or are in need of some assistance while creating your own deployment process, please refer to the Troubleshooting section on the IBM UrbanCode's API Connect plugin website. Here you can view all the steps, full tutorial write-ups, and our DW Answers page. Furthermore, this plugin was made using API Connect's command line tool, APIC, and some of the plugin's properties may make more sense in the context of their official documentation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck with your deployments.